Hi, welcome to Our Protection Dogs, and I'm Charles. I think you should know that by now, hopefully, but I'll keep on telling you who I am. So, we've done Billy Bones' puppy development up to a stage, and what we're going to do, dude, I didn't call you. I didn't call you. I didn't call you. I was speaking about you. Ow. Okay. Let's try that again. Alright, so we've done you-know-who's development thus far, and then he started teething. So during his teething period, we were doing all the obedience and also socialization work with him, and also introducing him to new things that could come his way in his job that he's going to do, either it being PSA or definitely in as a personal protection dog. So we restarted with him with a very easy exercise, but that means a hell of a lot, and that's got a lot of stuff in it, what happens with him. So the imprinting phase, we've left him off with a lot of prey drive, the countering, the pushing forward, and we would like to see how it's taken off. So in the video that you're going to see we were at a PSA Saturday training morning, and we started off with the normal prey circles that Billy Bones is quite used to, and we started off with a new piece of equipment, this called a wedge or a gripper, and you would see Neil did the prey circles. Billy took off basically where we left off when we stopped the bite work with his teething period. He did really, really nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're doing the prey circles. He gets a bite on the wedge, he pushes forward. I'm putting that back pressure on, which causes the reaction of the mouth to close down, to hold on tighter, because Neil is going in this direction, I'm pulling in this direction. The jaws close harder and harder so we can start working on the grip. We are not doing serious work with him here. We must just remember, although the teeth are out, they're not fully set. It's still a little bit tender. So we really want to take it easy until we can get to the stage where we can work it up to a sleeve, where we're going to start doing all the other interesting work when it comes to drive channeling and things like that. Okay. So things that you're going to see in this video that is going to be interesting is the presentation of the sleeve, where the sleeve is held for the dog to bite it, and this is very important. Yet again, we're not just playing with the dog, we are training the dog. So we call it a sleeve, or we call it a gripper, or for instance a wedge, because of the angle of it. This wedge over here, I would really like for you guys to have a look at this piece of equipment. It is really, really well made. Before I tell you where I got this, and it is local, maybe somebody could tell me and take a guess from where this comes from in South Africa and who made it. But I tell you, the workmanship is really nice on this piece of equipment, and I think it's going to last me quite a while. If you look at the grip, it's totally ambidextrous, as you can see. Really nice. Check out one of our videos that's going to come up. We're going to go into depth about this piece of equipment and also other equipment that this company makes. They are a new sponsor for us. But let's get back to what we are actually doing with Billy Bones. Okay, so one thing that you would like to do once you've done that prey circle, and you're going to see this in the video, is the presentation of the sleeve. You don't want to present the sleeve to the dog like that, or like that. You want to have it at a nice angle, thinking of the dog's mouth coming in over here. When this happens, you will never get that full bite, nor the dog cannot counter. That's the same, the dog cannot counter. It actually is going to hurt the dog. So you want to make sure that the dog gets it really nice. You remember, it's a young dog. We haven't done an awful lot of targeting. It hasn't done a lot of bite work on this. So we would really like to have the presentation very well done for it. So let's say, for instance, you've got a dog and you've developed it, and you get to this stage and the dog's not biting this pillow. Okay, so what I would like you to do is get into contact with us, and I can tell you exactly where you're making your mistakes, or what should you do for your dog to start biting onto the gripper. Okay, so let's carry on. Now, for instance, with this, you would like to, and I'll go into detail with it, never bring it into your body like this. The dog's going to hit it. You would like to have it to the left of you so that the dog can go through. Please have a look in the video and see how we use this piece of equipment to better the bite work and the entry of the dog. There'll be two gentlemen helping me out, showing you how this is done in the video. The one is January and the other one is Danny. If you should recognize these guys on any police forums or anything like that, please don't contact me. Don't let me know. I've got nothing to do with it. They weren't with me. They just hanging around. You will notice that this is a very simple exercise where we're holding the dog back, we're dragging him, we're not letting the dog go in there full steam and hit the pillow, we're actually dragging the dog. It also builds a bit of frustration. That dragging is basically we like a weight behind it, and at the last moment where there's a little bit of a gap, we release the dog, then bursts into the gripper, and there will be a swing. Now this swing is not aerial that the dog goes through hit the moon and things like that, so it really has to hold on. It's a little bit of a flick, and you'll see that we start off, and we like to start off on a slippery floor. There's no traction, so the dog slips a bit and it takes a little bit longer to get to the sleeve, and then when we do swing it, that the dog slides, it's not so harsh on the jaws and on the teeth. Makes it easier, and then we come in, and we would like to not overdo this, maybe 2 or 3 bites. It starts off with praise circles, maybe a miss, 2 misses, 3 misses. We want to keep that the dog doesn't know. He knows he's going to get it, but he doesn't know when. We don't want to do more than 3 misses, so that the dog, it just all builds up a little bit more frustration and more a need to want to bite. So without further ado, please have a look at this video, and then like, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And if there's any questions that you would like to do, or a Zoom session or a Zoom training session that you would like to book with us, please have a look at the information at the bottom and get in touch with us. We like doing it, we like helping. So any questions, feel free to ask them. Oh yeah, and by the way, our next video that's going to come out is going to be on equipment, the next equipment that you're going to need for your dog at this stage. Some awesome equipment coming from Pet Bound Company, the War Dog and Julius K9. I'm really excited about that, and like I said to you, very, very soon I'm going to tell you more about this piece of equipment and where it comes from and who makes it, and we're going to actually go through a couple of pieces of this equipment. So keep an eye out for us. Cheers. Alright, for today's video, I'd like to explain to you on this side over here, we've got January and we have Danny. So Danny is a student at the moment, training here by us to do his instructor's course, and also busy with a bite work course, or like a protection course. January works for us. He helps us with our obedience training and also all the man work and decoy work. So in Danny's hand is what we call a gripper or a wedge, and what we're going to start off with, you'll see in the video with young Billy, we are busy with that. He's done now with his teething, all his teeth out, but we have to bear in mind those teeth are still a little bit finicky and touchy and stuff like that, so we don't want to go too crazy over here. So for this exercise, we're going to use what Danny's got in his hand there, a wedge or a gripper. We don't want it too strong or too hard. We want it fairly soft for those teeth. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show to you the angle that you want to present the sleeve at. So if you present the sleeve, just take it closer to your more 90. There we go. Now the dog's mouth comes in. Show me the dog's mouth, January. And that's the angle that you want to work at. So if you tilt it too high, tilt it up too high, the dog is going to bite underneath. It's not going to bite. There we go. And if you tilt it down too low, the dog's going to bite on the top, like that. So the presentation is really bad, and you're not going to get the dog to do a nice counter. Okay, so Jenny is going to show us. I pretend that I've got the dog, so pretend the dog is over here. All right. So Jenny is going to show us how he does it with the sleeve, what we're going to do, the drag and send. Okay, so go, Jenny. So he misses. When he comes in, the drag, the arm goes out to the left-hand side, catches the dog, swings the dog, and keeps the sleeve quite nice and low so that the head doesn't go up, it stays in one, so it's easy for him to push. Danny is going to show us. Here's the dog, Danny. Goes into a drag, straight line back, catch the dog, turn around, and goes backwards. All right. So if you're looking at the height of the sleeve, you would like to keep the height of the sleeve at the same place, like that. There we have the angle. Maybe the dog is a little bit taller, then the sleeve will go up. But the whole idea is that we want to keep the dog's mouth and back at a straight angle. We don't want to have that happen. We don't want him to do that. We want to have it straight so it's comfortable for the dog to push forward.
Whoa. That's good. Now go into the drag, right? Fight! Whoa! Pressure, release, whoa! Pressure, release, whoa! Good boy. Good boy, buddy. Easy, good boy. Good boy.
Thanks for watching our protection dogs. Cheers.